welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning, and it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. That was 29, by the way, and he finished 3rd for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
Nix with it on first. Finds Mims. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
When you have a franchise quarterback, and Trevor is that guy in Jacksonville, you typically don't slump to bottom 5 in the draft, but that's where the Jags have found themselves. And that's why there's a new system, a new coach, and really a new lease on life for Trevor in what becomes a very big year in his career.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Complete out to the right side. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Lawrence working from the gun. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third down. Broncos loading up that secondary. They're in the dime here. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And they get to him again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
On fourth down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 32. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Nix from the gun. Finds a man right side. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
A gain of 6 yards.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Brought down before the return gets far. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
On second down, it's ETN. Gets up the edge to the 35. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Stepping up and takes off with this one.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this time, they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
Logan Cook on to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. Denver set to take the field on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Nix to throw. We're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. Now Nix on 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. The running back still doing it to this day.
And 3 yards is all he was going to get. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Got to figure out this third down here. Here's Nix. That's incomplete left side. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
Lawrence with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Completed to his running back. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing from the gun. He lofts it deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Jacksonville in punt formation. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
They run the counter with Dobbins. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing here, Nix. Hits him on the in route. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, third down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. It's Sutton with back-to-back catches. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
39-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. It's going to be second down.
Hey, up the middle, it'll be pretty tough for this safety to make a play through all the traffic. But you want to range outside, you want to get into his domain, you better be careful because this strong safety will put you on your back.
Offense to the line for second down. Now Nix. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
On third down, here's Nix. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punting away. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. Takes this in at the 25. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And it's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It's going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 31-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Lawrence now off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Jaguar first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Jaguars with only a yard to go here on 3rd down. Lawrence to throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. Mims out to receive it. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Broncos offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Nix now on 1st and 10. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Catch is made down the right sideline. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw again. Nix. Completed over the middle. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that 1st down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Nix with it on 1st. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Nix again on 2nd and 10. Caught by his back. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Nix from the gun. He's running for it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
The Broncos into the red zone for the first time. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Now they send their back in motion right. On first down, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronco. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd down. Here's Nix again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So that's halftime, and we've arrived here scoreless. Now let's head over to our buddy Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. You can't win if you can't score. That might be the message to the offenses at halftime. Both completely shut down as we are scoreless at the break. First touchdown wins, maybe even next field goal wins. Let's find out who can score the game's first points as we rejoin our commentators, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our 2nd half. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Jacksonville has its offense out there to start this 3rd quarter. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
A gain of 6 yards.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
The Jaguars into punt formation. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Denver ready for another offensive possession.
At their own 19-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing here, Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Now give this up the middle to ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Thomas snags it over the middle. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield, and then taking that short completion.
Lawrence here running the sneak. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
A gain of a yard. First down, Jaguars.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Lawrence on the play fake. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
1 yard gain.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Etienne again. Well, that's not what the offense style does. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Broncos are ready to go. And we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. They get it on the ground here with Dobbins. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up second and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Running it again with Dobbins. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So out now comes the punter. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, ETN gets it. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And he not only recovers the fumble, Brock, but he's able to get back beyond the line of scrimmage, too. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. From the 27. He'll try and run this. Lawrence goes into a slide before that hit can arrive with enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And a Jaguar first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Lawrence with it on first. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running back sent in motion. Second and 13. Hits his running back. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Lawrence working from the gun. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 17-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Dobbins trying the right side. He's out in the clear. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belt. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Short pass brought in, and he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the 32. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 25-yard line.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Nix from the gun. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
Broncos 14, Jaguars nothing.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Washington now to return. Jukes one defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got room to roam here. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Jacksonville.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
It is caught left side. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
After a man jumps, they come up 2nd and 5 to go. Throwing from the gun here. He's running with it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Little Tex on the extra point. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jaguars 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A give right side to Dobbins. Jukes his way into the clear. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos leading by 7. Nick's now on 1st and 10. Brown still throwing, and this is intercepted. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars have some new life in the 4th.
But you know, as a quarterback, every single interception stings. But those you throw in crunch time, in the final couple minutes with your team relying on you, that's one this quarterback is not going to forget.
Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw. Thomas snags it over the middle. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. He'll look to throw it. Here comes the screen for Etienne. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. We could not afford to lose yards there.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Brian Thomas Jr. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now to throw. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. Just picks up the first down, too.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Throwing again, here's Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their third. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
41-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. This one's caught. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Now Nix. this to win the game. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoffs. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Washington now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. Big game going, and Thomas snags another. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. Counter give to Etienne. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down is going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third down, 7 to go on this opening drive of overtime. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
9 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Motion man sent left. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Throw over the middle, cut by Brown. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Back to the air, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. The kick is off the mark, no good. And now a window opens for the opposing sideline to end this game.
What 4 quarters couldn't do, Kate, the last 2 plays might have. Drive stalls on 3rd, then a makeable field goal is no good. And now that offense will take over, needing just a little bit of distance for a game winner of their own.
So here comes the Bronco offense. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, now the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun, and he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Plowing up the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Nix from the gun. Gets it downfield on target to Sutton. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
For a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Nix with it on 1st. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Running forward with Dobbins. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here. They bring him down at the 4.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Now from back at the 4, here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So here they are, a chance to win this with a field goal. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. It's just 21 yards down the pipe. The kick is good, he got it! And that's gonna break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time.